About to clean our first home. Let me know if I missed anything in the comments below. This is our first home after being homeless for 3 years. We are so grateful to finally have a home to clean. Being in the tent cleaning was very difficult. It was so tight and small in there. We still made sure it was clean every day though.
Well, most days.
Cleaning this AC, we're so grateful to even have one. We didn't even have one in the tent. We were living in extreme temperatures. Negative 11 degrees in the winter was the worst of it, to 110 degrees in the summer.
It was always a trade-off. I struggled the most in the heat, and he struggled the most in the cold.
We honestly don't know how we survived. We barely made it. Everything was so cold in there, we couldn't drink water. And it was so hot, we were sweating every second. So we're very grateful to have AC for when it gets too cold and when it gets too hot. Because of our experience, I'm going to make sure we take care of this AC. Make sure it's clean and filtered out. We're grateful to even have a floor to sweep on. This TV that the hotel provided us, we won't be using because we have our own. We are still so grateful to have one. When we were in the tent, we didn't even have that. For like 2 years, then we ended up getting a TV once we got enough money from TikTok and YouTube, thanks to you guys. We were very grateful to even have that in the tent. It was a nice escape. Very grateful to have a dresser, somewhere to store our clothes properly and all of our miscellaneous items. We are so grateful to have this dresser. Very grateful for the lamp too, providing us good lighting. We did not have that in the tent, especially at night.
Making it impossible to record content.
When it was sunny out, we took advantage of that and got a lot of work done. This printer we used for work. When we were homeless, we had to go to the library to print out stuff. That was a hassle, especially with no car. We were grateful for that too. We are so grateful for this adjustable standing desk. Being homeless, I always had to duck down. I'm very tall and the tent wasn't that high.
Not to mention, with all our stuff on the floor, we constantly had to bend over to pick anything up or to do anything at all.
This is a lifesaver for our backs. This is the TV that got us through homelessness and the Xbox. So grateful to have power to use it whenever we want. Whenever we had downtime, we always played Xbox together or watched something on TV. We had a power bank that only let us play Xbox for an hour on it. We would constantly go to the park and charge up the power bank just so we can play the game for another hour. Or finish this last episode. We are so grateful to have power in our home.
And not have to rely on a power bank anymore.
Such amazing headphones, so grateful for these headphones. This is the Wi-Fi dongle we would use. We used that throughout our entire homeless journey. It helped a lot. We honestly still use it because sometimes it's better than hotel connection. Grateful to have a bed to sleep on and not yoga mats, which is what we slept on in the tent.
Which also contributed to a lot of our back pain and insomnia issues.
Since we live at the hotel, we get fresh linen for free.
Doing laundry and making sure our bed sheets were clean was such a hassle when we were homeless. Now it's super convenient to go get some fresh sheets from the front.
So grateful to have a laundromat. We would have to walk to the laundromat or take an Uber, and we did not have any money. It was so annoying, so we're so grateful to have a laundromat. A lot of times they forget to clean back here. So grateful for a vacuum. When we were in the tent, we swept everything. We didn't have power in the tent as much, so we had to rely on mechanical. We were pooping in the same tent together.
At first it was a little odd, but then I realized that really is my dookie buddy.
We always had to take poop bags to the trash. That was a disgrace. We were washing up in the sink. Now we have a sink. We are so grateful to have a bathroom, a toilet, a sink. Extremely grateful for the mirror so we can see ourselves in the bathroom.
Having a bathroom to get ready in has changed the game, guys. I can be flawless every day of the week now.
No streaks. Oh my. Oh. And the lighting in here is great. I can finally see what's going on when I'm doing my bathroom duties.
No pun intended.
Can you imagine the smell in the tent? It was disgusting.
We're so grateful to have a bathroom separate from the rest of our place. During the winter, the toilet seat would be so cold that it almost burnt our booties just to sit on. Also contributing to insomnia, as we would get up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom and not be able to go back to sleep because we were freezing.
And now for the shower. We are so grateful to have a shower. We found ways to take one though when we were homeless. We were fortunate to have a building down the street that offered free showers and also free food. We definitely took advantage of that. Now that we have our own shower though, we can take a shower whenever we want because those showers were timed in that building.
Too often, the time given for a shower was not long enough, especially after not getting one for a few days at a time.
Also, a toilet roll holder is really nice to have. Very grateful for that. We have a container to put all of our nice bathroom supplies that we can access very easily at any time. Trash can. We are so grateful to have all this counter space. This is amazing. Living in a tent, your kitchen is the same room as your bathroom and is also the same room as your living room. In the tent, we had a dedicated area to put all our kitchen stuff, but it was very small. To have all this counter space to put our kitchen supplies on, it's a dream come true. So grateful to even have a stove in the tent. We had a portable stove with one burner. Imagine cooking everything on one stove. So grateful to have a kitchen sink to clean out our dishes, not having access to water, having to go to the park just to go get water to clean out dishes. Being homeless, it was a challenge to clean dishes. A microwave is very nice to have. Being homeless, having hot food is a luxury. Eating cold food was very common for us. To reheat our food, we had to throw it on a little stove that we had. That took a lot of energy and butane. It got to the point that I started to question, do we really need to eat hot food all the time? It's a lot of energy to heat your food and more energy to reheat it. That means when you get food that's hot, shouldn't you be very grateful for that and eat it while it's hot? We were grateful to have food in the tent, but hot food, we would cherish every bite. It really put that into perspective. The amount of energy it takes to heat food and reheat food. Very grateful to have a microwave and power for it to work.
Being homeless was the first time I lived alone, and to be honest, I longed for a kitchen of my own to be able to cook and bake and try different recipes in. So now that I have that, I feel very, very lucky to have my own kitchen.
So grateful for a crock pot. We used to have to cook all day in the tent. A toaster oven is heavenly. I remember Brianna organizing all of our kitchen supplies inside of a big container. Now we have all this counter space. Oh my gosh, we have a refrigerator. This is amazing. We had a cooler in the tent. I had to get ice every day in the summer and a lot in the winter too, unless it was freezing. Thankfully, we had a store that had ice next to us. I would have to walk for an hour every day just to get ice. This cabinet that we're putting together is for all of Brianna's nail supplies, which she can finally expand on now that she's not homeless anymore. We can finally focus on our passions and not solely on survival.
I'm grateful I have time to focus on my passions. In the tent, we had to sweep every day in order to keep up with the dirt. Not only does having hardwood floors make it easier to clean, we also don't have nearly as much dirt being tracked into our place.
Sweeping in the tent was brutal because it was so tight and small. Our backs were constantly hurting. Now that we have more space, we can sweep with ease. Even though living in the tent was a major struggle and challenge, we really did appreciate the experience. I actually never went camping before. That was my first time actually being in a tent ever. We loved the freedom that we had and being surrounded by nature. Sometimes living in a hotel, we miss that. We were Swiffing in the tent too. The Swiffer came in handy a lot.
With your support and help from local resources, we were just able to manage. We would like to personally thank all of our subscribers and anyone who offered support to us along our journey. We are on our way to our tiny home.
Thank you.